says that the private organizations manage their funds better. Now the negative team said, what's the significance of this? Well, Judge, the significance is that the charities are actually doing the job that the government foreign aid is supposed to be doing. They're the ones helping the people. It's not the government aid, it's the charities that are the ones helping the people. So the significance is the charities do a better job than the government. The third and final point under the solvency and advantage is regarding the debt. The negative team said that our plan is insignificant because we only solve for $150 million worth of the debt. Well, the affirmative team has 5 responses. First of all, $150 million annually. $150 million goes annually to paying off the debt. Secondly, we're reducing the debt by that much annually. Thirdly, we're going to improve our credit rating, which in turn leads to our fourth point, it lowers the interest rate. And our fifth point, it's going to pay off our debt faster because we lower the interest rate. So it's because we have addressed these issues that I would strongly urge an affirmative ballot in this year's hearing. Thank you.
Again, I'm just going to go through each of the affirmative team's point in their plan and go down the flow step by step. First of all, I'd like to talk about their first inherency point that's talked about it's corrupting the policies. Again, they never told us how much India's government is spending. Now, they told us that it's not actually India's government that's spending this money. Well, then, who is spending it, and how is that hurting the policies? How is this hurting because it's corrupt? Now, they have not ever told us how much money India itself, their government, is taking from the United States and spending. So we still don't know that piece of information. Moving on to their second inherency point, it's talking about the economy and how the economy is improving. Now, we would like to clarify our stance in this, and that is that foreign aid to India is in fact good, and that it is helping their economy grow. So the status quo is working. Now, the important thing to realize here is that the affirmative team said in their evidence that India refuses to take it unless they really need it. So what we can see is that we are not going to be spending more than we need to spend, because India itself is using discretion about how much money they take from us, because they don't want to take too much from us because they might seem weaker. So we can see that India itself is only taking as much as they need. And as we can see that the economy is improving because of this. So we can see that the current system, the status quo, if we do not accept the affirmative team's plan, the status quo is working. India's economy is growing and the aid is working. So we don't need the affirmative team's plan. Moving down to the next point under inherency 3. Now, this is also talking about how India is refusing to take the money. That's what their evidence is talking about. And they said that they're only accepting it when they need it. Now, another thing to think about is the fact that the affirmative team has never told us how much India is accepting. The affirmative team has yet to prove that point as well. There's been a lot of lack of the affirmative team proving what they're talking about. They have yet to tell us important figures such as how much India is taking from us and how much they aren't. So this is also significant. Moving on to solvency, and this is talking about the charities, how the charities are affected. Now, they still have yet to bring about the list of charities that are going to be giving to India after their plan, and we still don't know exactly how much they will be giving to India under their plan. Now, they said that they had such a large, the charities had so much money that I believe it was somewhere in the trillions of how much charities in general have. Now, they were not talking about to India. They're talking about any charity. They're talking about Salvation Army is what they said in their speech. They're talking about any charity. So how much money is India really going to be getting? Now, they even use the words such as probably. You can assume that they'll probably at least get $300 million. Now, we don't know that. There's no evidence to prove that these private charities are going to give India this amount of money. We have no idea if India is going to receive any money from us from these private charities under their plan. So they will be leaving our ally out to dry. Moving on, again, I'm talking about how they manage the money and also under their solvency about who's managing their money for them. We still have yet to clarify who exactly it is. Now, they said that India itself isn't taking this money, that their government isn't using it. Well, okay, one thing that we asked the affirmative team is that what is this money that we are giving in this aid? What exactly is it going to? Now, all they talked about was the economy, that is going for the economy. We see the economy is growing, but they never really told us exactly where this money was going to. So where is this money going to? Who is spending it and for what? They said that the charities will be deciding where it goes. Well, where is this money going? Is it for the economy? Is it for the government itself? Because in which case, where are the charities putting it? So the affirmative team has yet to give us answers on that as well. Moving down to